Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It is a new week, a new dawn, and I want to talk about evil. So let me spit something at y'all real quick. Not literally, but let me speak something at y'all. Speak something at y'all. Evil. Jesus says to love thy enemies because what good is it if you're only loving those who you love? Like, if you're only loving those who do good or you think that does good, and you're only loving those, you're loving your family, you're loving your friends that pray for you and encourage you and uplift you and are always by your side, there is no reward in that. But the reward comes when we love evil, when we love the enemy. It's like, man, but why? I don't want to love evil. I don't want to love enemy. That makes no sense to us, right? How do we love someone who harms us or harms someone that we do love? Like, how are we able to actually find it in our heart to be able to love those who do harm to us or to our loved ones? But that, Jesus says, is where it is at. We have to love thy enemies because that is the hardest part of love, is to love those who do wrong to you. So we think about the people recently who have taken the lives of innocent people or individuals who just had a difference of opinion, and instead of using words like a lot of us, I believe, were brought up to use our words and not our fists. Instead of using words, we go out and we feel empowered. Well, why do we feel empowered? That's because, and if you're evil and you don't agree with this, or if you're an enemy of mine, more likely you're sided with the devil, with Satan, whether you know it or not. You more than likely don't know it, and you're going to get upset with me, and you're going to call me all kinds of names and get real loud and demonstrative online. You might do it out in the public sphere, but more than likely, what is happening this day and age is that the demons that have possessed people, that are causing mental health issues with people, right? And I gotta be careful with what I say here, because there's a good chance that this video is not even gonna get posted on social media because I use certain words, and I'm tired of picking out what words I can use and what words I cannot use. That's a story for another time. But the evil, the enemies, they use their words online. They're really big in the monster. They try to bully you and push you around. But when it comes to the real world public sphere, more than likely, a lot of times, we're not going to use our words. We're going to get offended easily. We're going to become victims, and then we act out. Not we, as in you and I, not the ones who are really centered in Christ, not the Christians who claim to be a follower of Christ, but they're actually hypocrites. The point is to love those who do wrong by us. Love those who are possessed by the demons, by Satan. Love them. That's the only way that we can make them whole. That's the only way that we can uh, uh, get rid of the darkness. Is that switch? Okay, someone took out somebody, and they ended their life. What do we do? Do we get mad and angry? No, we got to fight the good against the evil. Well, how do we do that, Matthew? Or a lot of people hear this on TV. We can't, violence should not beget violence. We shouldn't be acting, because if we are violent to those who are violent, then that makes us no better than them. Well, how are we going to be good against the evil? That is exactly how we do it. We have to love thy enemy, and it is a practice. It's not going to happen overnight for everyone, for really anyone. It takes practice. But once you have that click in your mind, you hear and you see what Jesus says, what Yeshua says, then you think back and you're like, okay, because I have family members that don't like me or maybe even hate me, that don't talk to me. But why am I going to go and hate them or dislike them? Because that will not make me any better. Therefore, I pray for them in private, not out in public. I pray for them and I love them. And if that means I love them from afar, then so be it. So that's what I have to say. That's what Yeshua says. So I'm just the messenger. You can listen to what Yeshua says or not, but I really wholeheartedly believe that it is the right way. It is the only way, because Yeshua, Mashiach, is the truth, the way, the life. Love you guys. God bless y'all. Have a beautiful and blessed day. God is with us. Peace out.